Hi, Tracy here with BibleJournalingMinistries.com, and today I'm doing a video on the cheapest clear stamps that I could find on Amazon. So I really want to be able to share with you guys some really good value, a lot of things that are inexpensive that you can use in your crafting, in your art, in your Bible journaling, whatever it is. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure things are as affordable as possible. So I went to Amazon, purchased these with my own money. Nobody sent these to me, just so I could bring them to you. So if you like this type of video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. That would really help us out and also notify you when we do fun things like reviews like this or Bible journaling or art journaling or any of that fun stuff. So if you're ready to get started, let's go ahead. I found the most amazing deal on Amazon the other day. This is actually a set of like, I don't know, 5 or 6 packs of stamps for like $10. So I thought I would give it a try and take a peek at it. I'm usually really careful about buying cheap sets of stamps because number one, the quality usually isn't there. And sometimes they steal designs from other people. I did see a couple on Amazon where I recognized the artist, and so I didn't purchase that because that one was clearly a knockoff. But this one I couldn't tell, so I decided I would go ahead and try these out. So you get, let's see, 6 packs here, and I really wanted to try out these butterflies. I thought they were really pretty, and you got like butterflies. You have like a crown here, some other embellishments here. I love these little flowers. I thought those are really nice. This one here is a butterfly with some keys and a lot of different ones on this one as well. And let's see, this one is like a bunch of little icons. So a little person here, you have a flower, you have a lot of different variety here. A heart, a house. You can make like a cute little scene. Super cute birds here. And then some more flowers. So I really just, as I was looking at the price, just even to have like some butterflies and some flowers, you know, you got all 6 of these for $10. That makes each set under $2 each. So I thought, well, that seems like a really great deal, but let's check them out and see how they work. I'm going to go ahead and grab a piece of cardstock. You'll need a clear block, so I just have an old clear block that I use. And then let's just grab some of them and see how they look. Because sometimes it's important to, you know, find supplies that we can use that are inexpensive. And I wanted to do a whole series on products that were under $10 so that anybody could get a chance to, you know, have an opportunity to try something different, maybe a different technique or a different medium than they're used to. And I just wanted to find as many supplies as I could under $10. And this was one of the ones that I found. So I'm just grabbing this Ranger archival ink that I love. And I'm just going to add some to this clear stamp and just press it down and see what we get. Actually, really great impression, especially given that I didn't condition my stamp. Conditioning is just the process of removing some of the material off of maybe some residue that they leave behind in the manufacturing process. So we teach conditioning of the stamp in our stamping course. So if you're interested in that stamping course, it's in your Momentum membership. If you are a member, it will be there. And it's one of our first courses. So you want to scroll down to the bottom of your Momentum membership under past courses and find it there, because we have already 40 plus courses in there for you guys. So hopefully you're enjoying your membership. If you have it, if you don't, that's okay. You don't need to have it. It's just something that we offer. And find that people generally like it. So that's nice. I'm glad you guys are liking it. I'm just going to go ahead and add some more just different designs here. I'm making like a little bouquet of things. That's really pretty. I like it. It looks good. So this set so far, I mean, it has a really great impression. I could add some more flowers here. Let me try a different type of ink. Let's try some of this Memento ink. That's old, so I don't know how it's going to stamp, but hopefully it'll stamp good. The stamps are actually coming off the paper, the acetate piece of plastic. It's coming off really easy, so that's nice. Whoops, I didn't do a good job with that one. It would be helpful if I didn't have another piece of paper underneath it. That's not a stamp mistake, that's a user error. I am having trouble with that center piece though. This is actually a really pretty stamp. I think it might be a good idea to grab my stamping stamp pad thing. Okay, so clear here. So I have it set where it says clear. And I can I love these little stamping blocks here. Makes it card making a lot easier. All right, so I want to put, let's say I want to put the flower in the center of this. So I'm just going to place the flower down just like that. And then I'm going to push it down. So now the flower is on there. It's actually already transferred. But the good news is I mean, that's just fine. That's better. But the good news is that if I mess up again this time, I can just keep restamping until it looks good. That's what's nice about these little platforms. This is called a stamping platform. So yeah, I do have a problem with the center of this particular flower. So I'm gonna come back again with a little more ink in the center and hopefully eventually get it the way I want it. So this is a stamp that I definitely would need to condition first. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so that looks good. All right, that's pretty. Why don't we do one with a butterfly? Trying to lay this down here so I can not lose where it goes. Maybe do one with a butterfly. So these are just your cheap clear rubber stamps. There's nothing like, you know, super, not my favorite type of stamp. And even some of these are like this one, it's got a little jagged edge to it, so it's not fully cut well, but that's okay. That's not gonna, it's not gonna create a problem. But I wanted to show that to you just in case, you know, you get one of these sets and you're like, oh, I mean, don't expect it to be like perfect. Like here's a piece of rubber that's extra that needs to be pulled off. You don't get upset if it's not like the best, you know, you might have to do a little trimming like this one here. There's a bunch of, oh, don't do that. I almost ripped it. So get your scissors out and trim it that way, but don't try to rip it like I did. I mean, it's probably not going to get in the way, but it can be a little annoying. This one needs a lot of trimming. I mean, so that's a downfall. I mean, I guess you get kind of what you pay for, right? Because, you know, a lot of times you'll buy a stamp set and it will be $15 for the whole stamp set. And that's just one. That's just like one of these. And I mean, that's expensive. So it's nice to find cheaper alternatives. But I mean, sometimes when you get the cheaper alternatives, you have to deal with the fact that the manufacturing process isn't as clean as your more expensive stamp sets. All right, let's do this one here. I'm going to do the butterfly right there. These stamping platforms are so nice. Okay. So that is going to catch that butterfly exactly where it needs to go. I'll use Stays On this time. because I just want to use a bunch of different ones just so you guys can see. StazOn will stain your stamps, so if you don't like that, then stay away from StazOn. Well, that's gorgeous. That's really beautiful. Okay, well, I love that. So far, so good with the stamp set. I am impressed. Let's try it in our Bibles and see how it works. See how it works in our Bible. Let me put that down there. And let's see. Let's try a different set. That way we get a little bit of variety. We can see how they all kind of work together. Or not together, but at least so they all can work. But let's try one of these. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Let's use this one. Kind of as like a flowery border. That's pretty. I grab my Bible page here. I've been working on this one in Deuteronomy 13. And let me grab me a Bible mat so I have a hard surface to work with. Now, I have shown a video on how to use a stamping platform in your Bible. So if you are needing that, just search the channel. You'll be able to find it. But today I'm not going to use a stamping platform in the Bible. Okay, so that looks pretty. That's a nice one. I like that. I think that's really pretty. I like that. Okay, so there's that one. And let's do over here, move my Bible mat up a little bit. And there we go. And that looks pretty good. So far, I'm impressed. Let's do one more stamp set. And let's grab maybe this one here with a bunch of little flowers on it. Some of these are hard to get off. Now that one doesn't look like it has a good impression. There's like a bubble in this one. So I don't know if that one's going to be any good. Let's check it out on a piece of paper first. So again, I mean, sometimes you get what you pay for. Actually, the impression is just fine. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and add a couple of these flowers to our page. I really need a nicer platform. Something that's not going to give as much as it does. Here we go. Nice. That looks nice. That looks good. Well, I'm impressed. I mean, for the price, it's inexpensive. I mean, you get all of these stamps, tons of stamps for $9.99. It's a good way to, if you don't have any stamps, to get started. I'd love to know if you have these stamps. Let me know what you think of them. I would really love to know. But definitely get quite a variety in there. And if you like these type of videos where I'm finding the budget items for you guys, give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. That way I know that this is something that you want to see. And if there are other things that you want to see, I'd love to know that as well. I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.